Hello and welcome to the Patreon exclusive edition of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge.
I'm Ryan Seymour.
Or as you called it so perfectly, Dark Red All Over.
Marketing does itself.
It really does, man. It really you're clever with that one. All right, so obviously we have a special affinity for this particular series, but this issue definitely, because as you can see, there is an exclusive Black, White, and Dark Red All Over edition. Done by Juan Doe. We rate, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's amazing.
That's Juan Doe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Artists on Dark Arc. You know we love that.
Oh,
super time. So this is dope. If you are unfamiliar though, Dark Red is, what do we call this? A vampire?
Yeah, it's got
a slice of life.
kind of, yeah, because it's vampires,
Right?
But not like in that like True Blood or Vampire the Masquerade sense.
Right,
At least not thus far. But it's this vampire that has been living out his life in a small town,
Right.
just being a regular person.
Random dude cleaning up at the local
Yeah.
like Quickie Mart for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
That's what he does. All right. So last issue though.
Yes, he got a job proposal from some vampires from the big city,
Right.
and they tend to lean a little bit on the racist side.
A little bit, little heavy,
teeny
little,
bit.
you know, something about their blonde hair, blue eyage.
Yeah.
They feel, makes them feel a little superior.
Yeah, yeah.
Random, who knew?
Mm-hmm.
Offer him a job, and he doesn't seem too keen to want it.
And his reaction, like it's warranted,
Right.
but we find out
Why?
Yeah.
And this is what makes it so great. So it starts off where at the Buffalo Jump, said offering vampire is going ham on our guy. Like Chip is trying to hold his own right now, but it doesn't really look like it's in his favor. Like this guy is just that much more powerful than him.
Yeah, like he's muscling him around. He's monologuing the entire time, and like even forces Chip to like look at like his reflection in something,
which I didn't think vampires could do.
Yeah,
but maybe it's candy, so therefore you can see it.
Maybe
because your reflection ain't sweet.
Yeah, because well, in this issue too, Tim Seeley really starts to lay out the rules of how the vampire works in this world.
Very also true. Like I said that. All right. So what's interesting is as he's like really pushing him into looking into this thing, we get this flashback.
Yeah.
And this is where the character building truly begins. It just says then.
Yeah.
But with like one aspect of dialogue, you know exactly when you are.
Yeah.
And the line is the church. The Nazis blew up the church. Boom. World War II. You're there.
Yeah.
We got a group of guys, B Company to be specific, that are like pulling out bodies from the wreckage of a church.
And they're just charred corpses.
Like horrid. Absolutely horrible. And one guy is sitting there, and we quickly figure out that this is Chip. He's looking at this locket, and you know, somebody's like, well, dude, you know, what's up with you? Are you superstitious? Is this a good luck thing? Like, what is this? And he's like, nah, actually, it's
brother and sister.
Yeah, it's a picture of my brother and sister. My sister, she died like from fever.
Yeah.
And my brother was like earlier in the war, he died in Africa. And I made a promise to my mom and dad, my dad specifically, that I would come back and run the farm. I mean, and it's kind of like, was it Saving Private Ryan? Where, you know, there was that mission to save the last, you know, sibling to keep, you know, the family name going. Like that was a thing at the time. So it's really kind of interesting to see like such a somber and human moment.
Yeah, like his commitment to this promise that he's made.
Right.
His connection to his family that is going to get him through this tough part.
Right.
And one of his compatriots, who like I want to see more interaction between him and his brothers in arms. It comes at it from this spiritual standpoint of, well, all right, God's going to be looking out for you.
Absolutely. And then Chip fires back, which is probably the smartest, greatest retort of, God's going to look out for me more than he was these guys in the church?
Yeah.
Like we're literally carrying bodies out of a decimated church. You think they shouldn't have gotten God's protection more so than me?
Yeah.
Are you crazy? And when he said, I was like, wow, that's so sobering.
Yeah. For like someone who in that time period would have been a very young man.
Yeah.
Like that's a very
worldly view.
Yeah.
Is really deep. But he outright says, like, look, the thing is that we have to look out for each other. That's the only way that we're going to maintain our safety. And the commander
makes it suck even worse when we get
right.
Oh.
Yeah. So the commander's like, hey, listen, new orders. We're heading to Paris.
Yeah.
We're supposed to cut off supply lines, killing the Nazis along the way. Like, I totally heard this in the.
I did too. I did too.
I want my scalps. Can you give me my scalps?
Killing Nazis in business is good.
I'm so glad that I wasn't alone in that. I thought that might have been wholly insensitive. Then we get to, like, having already established that character-driven beat, we get the narration in the form of a letter that he's writing to his parents. And you feel the melancholy of his circumstance because he's so unsure of what it's going to be. He's not even sure if he's even going to be able to send this letter out.
Right.
Because they're not in a stationary place.
Yeah. They're in country. They're in France, in occupied France.
Right.
You're what? One roadside bomb, one rocket.
Anything. A sniper away from nothing. Yeah. Like, that's it. They are, he doesn't speak the language, but someone else does. Yeah. And there's, this passing conversation of survivors from a French village that got decimated that are talking about, what's going on and why they might be, why the Nazis might be there.
Yeah.
It's really kind of heartbreaking to know, like, this is like legit history. Take the vampire stuff out.
Yeah.
This is real. This happened.
Horribleness that humankind does to itself.
Yeah. It's pretty dark. And I think the best thing to really kind of paint that picture is when he says, Captain Gardens is a brave and strong man, but sometimes I see even his hand shake.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to lead people to what potentially could be their death. It is going to affect me.
Yeah.
Like,
and the fact that it does affect him, right? That's the thing, is it makes it real, not this like character.
Right, like, it's fine, we will win because we're righteous. He's like, yo, that was hairy. I weed a little, and don't judge me. So, what's really cool is it seems like Chip actually, kills like this one Nazi who is probably the worst looking Nazi ever.
He's skinny, like he's emaciated.
Yeah, like he looks damn near zombie-like.
Yeah.
In this form, especially in comparison to everyone else.
Yeah.
Blue skin, like it's bad. And what's interesting is, like, he's the only one there.
Yeah. Which is weird.
Yeah. Like super weird. Super weird. But they search him, and the only thing that they find on him is a cyanide capsule.
Yeah.
And of course, like, this guy, like, he doesn't recognize what it is. He thinks it's aspirin.
Yeah. Like, maybe he gets headaches.
And you're like, no, that's not what that is.
No,
that's not what that is. Please don't take that.
Yeah.
That'll
you won't have to worry about headaches ever again.
Yeah, no. Never, ever.
Suck until you die.
So bad. But as they have found this town, it's a rare opportunity.
Yeah.
These guys have been in the trenches for so long that they actually get to sleep inside.
Yeah. In beds.
What?
Where there's a fire, where there's books to read, there's wine to drink.
Oh snap! Let's party.
Yeah.
Let's have at it. And they do. They take advantage at this hotel. What's the hotel called? Rose? Hotel Rose. Yeah. And they have a party. They legit have a party. I was so afraid like things were gonna turn in the midst of the party.
Right.
Because it was too good of a moment.
Yeah.
Like I was really, really worried about that. But here we get something that's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
So the guy that could overhear the French, they were talking about a thing.
Yeah.
And he chose not to say anything about it before.
Yeah. Beware les cambions.
Yeah.
What is that?
What is that?
What is that? And then the translator has got that little bit of backstory. Like, back home, cambion is what they call the spawn of a person and a devil. Infants des demons.
Yes. Enfants des démons. I speak a little French. That's all I got, though.
That's all you need. Like, where's the bathroom? And that person's the devil.
And you're like, oh, damn, that's bad. But then, of course, they're like, yeah. Well, that's probably just like they were talking about the Nazis themselves. Like, that's them being superstitious or something, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's
and
that's not a thing.
And that's coming from Chip, who just got done, like, those dudes were physically in a church. There's nothing.
Yeah, like, come on. I legit expected to turn a page and see horribleness.
Yeah. But this page turn actually doesn't have brutal vampire feeding time.
It doesn't at all. So the captain comes in and like forces Chip and his friend to drink wine with them.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we kind of want to write letters about home and this, that, and the other. And he makes such a good point. He's like, look, I have seen the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
In this moment, tonight, I am ordering you to leave the war behind for a minute. We have a rare occasion to just be people.
Yeah. You don't know what tomorrow brings. You could be dead tomorrow.
Right.
Right now.
Live in this.
Yeah.
Because this might be the last time that you ever get to do it. As he said, what is it, mud sucking? Where is it at?
Oh,
tomorrow you could be sucking mud through a hole in your skull. Wow.
It's true.
Yeesh.
One bullet.
Get you. And I mean, he's almost crying about it.
Yeah.
Like he's emotional about it.
Yeah.
And he makes a good point.
Yeah.
And they go for it. However,
the glasses were not cleaned properly
because he had been drinking a little bit already.
Yeah.
He didn't think to clean the glasses. And so while his friend is fine, he unfortunately catches a slight case of diphtheria.
Yeah.
I don't even know exactly what that is, but it sounds bad.
Yeah.
It's got enough vowels in it.
And the fact that Chip just earlier in the book was saying we have to look out for each other.
And that's what happened because the captain wasn't thinking.
And he even admits it.
Yeah, because he knows it was his fault.
Yeah.
He's like, we didn't clean it properly, and it's my fault. I literally just like, lure, drink this, and blah, blah, blah. And you messed around and got diphtheria because of it.
They can't move him.
Yeah.
He's trapped there.
He's absolutely trapped. They're like, look, if we make it out, we'll come back for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's hopeful.
Yeah.
And of course, his friend is still holding on. You know, God won't let you die.
Yeah.
You're putting a lot of effort in maintaining a belief, man, that he's already told you. He's like, that's not where I'm at, man.
And it's gonna be a miracle. Like you got diphtheria in the middle of the French countryside in the
occupied Nazi territory.
Yeah.
Like,
you're going to die.
Right.
Like it's just when.
I put in a request for medical air evacuation, but Paris. That's the answer right there. You're just like, you woke up to the worst news possible.
Yeah.
Like, after the captain's like, hey, celebrate everything. You never know what tomorrow is going to bring. I killed you.
So you got diphtheria.
Yeah. Jeez. They promised to get all his letters home.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
He suffers through a day.
So, he is just laying there, for all intents and purposes, waiting to die.
Yeah.
And he goes to sleep and wakes up fine.
Yeah.
But not just fine, changed.
Yeah.
Different.
He feels there's something on his neck. And he looks. And there's, touches his hand to his neck and looks. And there's two spots of blood. And then there's someone standing by his bed.
Glowy eyes. Pale skin.
Yeah. Think of, the chick from The Ring.
Oh, nice. I went 1988 Winona Ryder.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can definitely
see that. That's what I went. Heather's era.
Yeah.
Winona Ryder. Maybe less teasing, but yeah. And first she speaks French to him, which he doesn't speak. So he's like, I don't even know what this is. But it says, I don't speak that much French. So I can't answer that one. I love that there's not a translation though.
Yeah.
That makes it far more real in the sense that he doesn't understand what she says, and neither do we.
Yeah.
It's so good. But she does end up saying, I had another name, but I only had it for such a short time, and so I've forgotten it.
Yeah. Because it's a kid.
Right.
Physically, it's a kid.
Think about that. This is like pseudo love letter to Interview with a Vampire, where Kirsten Dunst is like, you damn me to be a kid forever.
Yeah.
Like,
that's it.
Wait, what?
That's why you're not supposed to turn children.
Right, because they're not gonna like it.
Yeah.
Like, imagine a tiny toddler tyrant forever.
Yeah.
Ugh. Bad.
Yeah.
And Chip realizes that this is Le Cambion that the villagers were talking about. And it goes further to really see how dark the interaction was set up to be. Let's see, where are we at? Let me see if I don't want to jump ahead.
Because that where he's on his hands and knees by the bed,
right?
Crying, and just like your world has been shattered.
Yeah,
like it's not just there's nothing there, and now there's something there.
This is it's the darkest thing.
Yeah, you're now a vampire.
Right.
And vampires function like all the movies you watched when you were a kid.
This isn't a good thing.
Yeah.
This is not a good thing. Here it is. She told me about how the slaughter of the village was meant to give the Nazis a base for their operations. How the bombing of the hillsides had been meant to drive her from the caverns where she slept. This was all a move. Like, they killed all these people to get her.
Yeah. But why her?
And that's the thing that makes it so scary and dark. Let's see. They blessed silver and wolfsbane ground into a powder and taken daily by soldiers deemed too weak and useless for any other duty. So what they had presumed was cyanide isn't.
It was actually poison for her.
Yes. If these guys keep taking this stuff, it's in their bloodstream, which is killing them.
Yeah.
Also that when she feeds on them, it's slowly killing her.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And that's so next level. Like, are they trying to kill her, or are they like evil scientists? Like,
right.
If we can get her to like maybe make our
Aryan vampire killers, like they'll be the next level.
Nobody can stop us.
No. And that's what I think made this so like such a cool turn. Again, not without like oh my god, big reveal.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, that's not this at all.
Yeah.
Like what you're thinking is not it.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to pronounce this project.
Yeah, it's
Honor Nerbase? Honor Nerbase?
Yeah.
Maybe? I don't know.
I'd have to look it up, but I know that like there was like the Nazis actually did a bunch of crazy stuff, like trying to find the Aryan race and how it tied in with the Himalayas and like that stuff from Indiana Jones, where they're trying to find like that stuff is real.
Wow.
They did that kind of crap. So I wonder if that's the name of their
it probably is. I mean, going back into the level of research that Tim probably did for this, it's probably there. But the notion is that, no, what they're trying to do is to find her so they can kill her. And if they do, it shows the justification that they have of we're on the right side and they're the evils. And all the things that we're designating as evil, like this thing, are in fact thus.
Yeah.
And I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, because if the Nazis can spin it to where like this person is Jewish or this person, like it makes the people that you're trying to kill off even less human,
like truly inhumane, or dehumanize them. Like, look, they are monsters. In fact, because look, we killed one, and it was a monster. So ... See, look, And, you know, this is so crazy. Claims in justification for the murder of Jews, gypsies, and homosexuals. Like, that's the point.
Yeah.
All this effort that they killed their own people, the villagers, just to try to justify their larger scale actions.
Yeah.
Wow.
Messed up.
Wow. But she's like, first, I must teach you how to feed.
Yeah, because his reaction is the same one I would have. Like, let's get them out of here.
Yeah.
They're going to do that to you. Let's go.
Let's leave.
We have the chance.
And she's like, no, we got other plans. Yeah. We got other plans. I'm going to teach you how to feed. And viciously, yo, this spread right here, yeah, there's a lot of killing in this one.
What you're going to want to do, if you're curious, like you don't get a chance to pick it up right away, what I recommend is YouTube searching the end of either Let the Right One In or
good one.
Or what's the other version of it? But anyways, the swimming pool scene where the kid's underwater and he's drowning, and then you
get the idea.
Yeah, that's what it will look like.
Yeah, that's Because, yeah, all of
Yeah,
that.
it's. And I don't feel a bit of pity for me.
I don't either, man.
Not
I'm just
one
like,
bit.
you know what? Serves him right. But then we see, do not underestimate.
Yeah.
Do not, because it is so funny too, because we should have known better.
Yeah.
Look at the scale at which they had gone.
Yeah.
We should have absolutely known better.
Yeah.
After they had slaughtered all of these scientists or whatever, feasted on them, they were ready to retreat into the darkness of the caverns beneath the countryside when the trap was sprung.
Yeah.
The Nazis had killed an entire town, had been filling scared, thin boys with a powder that turned their skin blue and made their stomachs turn inside out, that made their compromised systems susceptible to cholera and diphtheria. Jeez.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they sacrifice a squad of archaeologists and engineers to draw us out? They literally had built
A trap.
Yeah.
A net made out of silver that is she's trapped in, that a helicopter is now taking away.
Yeah.
And they're going to take her back to Berlin to parade her around as propaganda before they kill her. And
What makes it bad is like they're flying towards dawn.
right?
So like there's nothing Chip can do. This is his first experience really with this type of thing. So as he's trying to chase after, he's running into the sun and starting to burn him.
Yeah. And he can't, he's helpless.
Absolutely helpless.
He couldn't free her from the chain, from the net, because it burned his hand.
Right.
Now he can't follow to try to save her because of the sun. And
then you see that she had a plan all along.
Yeah.
She pulls out one of those capsules
Mhm.
that she had stopped, one of those soldiers from taking
Yeah.
or found, whatever, and goes ahead and takes it.
yeah, the calm in her, she just knows.
She decided what she preferred to being imprisoned. That's killer.
Yeah.
So killer. And obviously that had such a huge effect on him
Yeah.
that it changed what he was going to do. He returns to the States,
Yeah.
but he doesn't go home.
Yeah.
Destroys the letters, because who he was, he is no more. There's no
gone.
reason to send that letter out
Yeah.
because it's not going to bring his parents any peace. He's gone.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes. Like
Yeah.
worst case scenario, he goes home, gets the hunger in the middle of the night, and he eats his folks.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Yeah, because when he gets home, it's 1944, and
Right.
it was, it's no time.
Yeah.
It's
no good.
how do you explain to your parents, okay, I can't actually go out in the sun anymore. I do have to feed off of humans.
It's not my thing, but listen, it's
Yeah.
a situation. Hope you don't mind,
Yeah.
but here you go. So this guy is still talking so much trash, in terms of, being like, how's this going to look, man? Like, you're supposed to do what we told you to do.
Yeah.
And you're fighting us? Like, what do you,
Yeah.
why are you wrecking shop on what we're trying to do here? What is this? And Chip has that locket.
And in that locket, along with a picture of his brother and his sister, is one of those pills.
He had saved it all these years.
Which makes you wonder, was that his escape plan?
I think at some point when he knew that he didn't want to live anymore, this is what he was going to do. Just pop that and join the great by and by.
Yeah.
But instead, he's like, look, you stinking nasty Nazi. No, I'm not doing this.
Tosses that pill in his mouth. And that's the thing, you're the Nazi dude. Why would you ever think this other vampire from a small town is going to be holding a pill made of
That
silver
can
and
kill me.
wolfbane?
That can totally kill me. Like by design.
Yeah.
That my forefathers actually created.
Full circle of life.
Booyah. Homie swallows it and he knows.
He knows
it's a
immediately.
wrap.
Yeah.
It is a wrap. And the other guys at the shop say, hey, he has that coming.
Mhm.
And literally the guy is being liquefied. I mean, we're talking straight up Indiana Jones in the Lost Ark. Dude's face is melting.
Yeah.
Like it's a bad look.
Frickin' Stu and Cam show up.
Yeah. Gotta love him. Gotta love him. But he makes this crazy screech. And of course the guy's like, what was that?
Yeah. Because they don't know.
Right. They seem peripherally aware, but not fully in, with straight up info. And Chip is like, look, that's a blood call. A frequency can be heard by other vampires for hundreds of miles. He demanded his cadre come and avenge him.
Yeah.
This is about to go down.
Yeah, because his crew has got to come in and just start killing.
This is about to go down.
Can't wait for next issue, because this issue, amazing story development, character building, world building. Next issue, there's gonna be some vampire and vampire violence.
Oh man, and Evie is in the center of it.
Yeah.
Her and her extra blood.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if I were them, I wouldn't kill her.
Oh yeah. Heck
You know,
no.
that's free meals all the time.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's even worse.
right? That's
Like-
what I'm saying.
at least
Like,
you're dead, but if you're like,
jeez.
yeah,
Meals on wheels. Meats on feet. Is that weird?
no,
I was just saying, this is what she is. Dude.
t-shirt roller skate.
Ah, you got to order them.
Yeah.
Station 4.
Ugh.
That would suck. Oh my gosh. Dark Ride number 3, man. Dope read. Dope read.
Very, very good.
Yeah, gather this up.
Yeah.
Again, Aftershock. Guys, come on. You guys do your thing. Shout out to Lee, the whole crew. Joe, you guys rock.
Yep.
Mike, beautiful stuff.
Stefan, who worked with us through this process.
Yeah. Thank you so very much.
And
And
as a thank you
yeah.
to our Patreon members, we're going to be hooking you guys up with copies of our exclusive
Booyah!
brand.
That's right.
So reach out to us, or if you have a pull at the shop, which I think a few of you do.
Yep. Put
We'll
your
get
put
you
your
hooked
addies down and you get one of those cool babies.
Mhm.
So thank you guys so very much for supporting us. We thoroughly appreciate it and so glad that we have some stuff
Yep.
that we're going to be able to give to you and in celebration of it. So thank you, and let everybody else know how cool you are
Uh-huh.
by being one of our Patreon members. Peace.